This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch, and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and will not tarry. And these prophecies are indeed speaking louder and louder every single day. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakal. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out to listen and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. I hope prepared this lesson be edifying to the elect. This is the brother Lahab from the Diligent Soldiers Camp out here in Boston. So, this migrant crisis, as they call it, is turning out to be something. It's looking like it's going to be something that's going to be used to usher in a lot of things, including martial law, in the very near future. Lockdowns, the MOTB, lots of things, rationing, all types of things, and I have a few videos. This video will kind of be, in the news, the migrant crisis and different things that are on the horizon, so to speak. I'll think of the title after, but a lot of different things are happening, and that all these different people coming in from all these different countries is at the center, of all of it, so as a watchman, we're commanded to give warning to the sheep, and that's exactly what I'm here to do through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. So I have this article first. This is from Natural News. Salakia. And it reads, it's published today, March 7th, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And man, oh man, is this shaping up to be, look like it's definitely very well could be this year. We shall see, but, I'll show you, brothers and sisters, through the spirit and power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, what I mean by that in this video. It says, disturbing warnings of dangers to come as globalists prepare to take down the internet, allowing them to rewrite history, while criminal invaders are set loose across America. And it says, with Super Tuesday now over and Donald Trump cementing his position as Republican Party nominee in November, all of the recent internet outages we've been witnessing over the past several months, including Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger being knocked offline globally on Tuesday, may be warnings of something much bigger to come as we race towards November. Because with Sleepy Creepy looking totally unelectable to even many Democrats, and Donald Trump looking almost like a sure thing in November, if the left can't some way find a way to put a final stop to him, we've long warned on A&P that the left believes they won't be able to win the election in November legally. They'll figure out another way to hold on to power in the coming years, no matter how illegal or immoral or violent it might be. With retired U.S. Army Colonel Douglas McGregor recently joining Tucker Carlson to warn America that one way they might do that would be to quite literally turn the criminal invaders that are flowing over our nation into the Democrats' own private army, set loose into our country, fully armed by our government via the American taxpayer, to hunt down and kill or off Americans, as heard in the first video at the bottom of the story. As Colonel McGregor bluntly warns Carlson, what better solution than finding people who have no connection to the American people, arming them, and then sending them out to oppress us, right? So, that's definitely one way, to look at it, because I've heard. Well, I'll play the video, but I've heard different things like this. Let's get 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we could see that this so-called crisis is something major is on the horizon, because we never, even in my short time on this earth, I've never seen anything like this, man. And then you have different as I'll show in the video from Redacted, a border patrol agent. He said he never seen anything like this before. The amount of people that are coming in and not being vetted, they're not they're coming in on planes. The government is flying them in. I think they said 280 or 380,000, came in, over the border on planes. So something, major is happening there. Majority of them are military age men, so something's happening. So let's play this video real quick. This is from the brother Amawan Gabar. It says, Jake finally gets it. UN Hamite troops on standby for shit hits the fan.
See, these are new niggas on the block. Look at these motherfuckers sitting on the corners. They the new niggas. They ain't got nothing on their mind. They just came to America and they waiting on marching orders. Them niggas sitting right there on the corner. Yeah, they waiting on marching orders. Y'all niggas better wake up and be prepared for war, homie. They ain't let the borders open for nothing. They coming for us. They coming for us. These motherfuckers standing on every corner doing nothing. Look at them. I'd be ready to crack one of they motherfucking heads open. If they look at me funny, I'ma punish them motherfuckers. And I suggest y'all do this.
See? So it's definitely tensions brewing up, man. And as the scriptures say, Isaiah 19:2, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, and a city against city and kingdom against kingdom, man. So it's gonna be straight out wars here in Babylon, man. So you're gonna have the race wars. You're gonna have the American, the patriotic Americans fighting against these different armies that are basically coming into over the borders. All these different individuals from all these different places in the world. So it's gonna get hectic out here, man. So this is a possibility right here, right? It says Babylon military is pathetic. From the brother his channel is Arrows of Indignation 144. It says Babylon military is pathetic on all levels. 77% of 17 to 24-year-olds are not fit to join the military. Now, that's a very well a possibility. As after we watch this video, I want to show the video from Redacted. But using the migrant crisis, bringing these people in, military age men, and promising them a road to citizenship if they join the military. That's a very well possibility. Why? Because the numbers that I've already read articles in over the past few months, even the past year, that the military, the numbers of recruiting are down. And this man here on the screen speaks about it. So without further ado, here we go.
77% of US 17 to 24-year-olds could not join the military. The American Department of Defense recently did an analysis of 17 to 24-year-olds and found that 77% were unqualified to serve in the military, due mostly to obesity, drug abuse, physical health, or mental health. Almost half were disqualified for more than one of those reasons.
Yeah, we're going to lose to everybody if this trend continues.
We can't win wars with the bodies that we have. They're obese. They're gelatinous blobs of broken minds. They don't know if they're a boy or they definitely have never jumped out of a tree before. So when they go to airborne school and they land on a static line jump and they break both their legs, it's because they've never done it before. You and I grew up chasing kids and like smacking each other with sticks, and this generation hasn't done that. So they're just weaker in every form of the word. I know every generation says this, but right now, statistically, we've never had a data point to show like that it has ever been this bad. So now I know like the World War II guys were like, those Vietnam guys are a bunch of pussies, and the Vietnam guys are like, oh man, those GWOT guys are a bunch of pussies. And the GWOT guys are like, man, all these millennials and Gen Zs are a bunch of like, but they really are. But this is a real big problem.
Yeah, so you heard it, man. This and it, and I know that, to be a fact, because everybody just everything's, based on everybody's feelings, and everybody's so goddamn sensitive about every goddamn thing, So, with Babylon being the antagonizer that it is, and always, being in everyone's business, and always, war or trying to, push these other countries' buttons. Babylon needs an army, to back up, all the shit it talks, man. So, what better way than to bring in, a bunch of military-age men, promising them citizenship, give them benefits, housing, food, and just let them chill, and promise them the road to citizenship, and all they have to do is join the military, man. That's just very well possible. So let's get let's see. All right, so let's get this video over here before I get to a little bit more news concerning the migrants. So let's get this from Redacted. And if I didn't say, all this is for fair use. This fair use is all for educational purposes only. Okay. So this is from Redacted. It says former border patrol agent says, quote, "We are releasing terrorists into the U.S. on purpose." So let's hear what he has to say. It's going to be a couple minutes.
A border that's wide open, and when Donald Trump says the world is laughing at us, he's right about that. And you said something absolutely stunning to me, which is that we were 6 to 9 months away from having the border secured, with only 500 individuals coming across the border. So, this has to be a targeted, intentional destruction of the United States, with the sex trafficking, with the amount of people pouring across the United States border. I'll ask you a 30,000 foot level question to get you out of here, JJ. And I'd love to have you back more deeply. We can deep dive a lot of these topics. But why do you think they're doing this?
And let me get a scripture real quick. That's a good one. It's not the one I was thinking about, but Psalms 119 and 110. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I erred not from thy precepts. But yeah, this is what these devils are up to, man. They're laying snares. Let's get this. Yeah, Psalm 64. And I'll start at 2. It reads, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect," right? The Israelites, right? Particularly the elect of the nation of Israel, right? "Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not." And it's the point. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, "Who shall see them?" Right? So all these things that these devils are doing are snares, man. So them allowing all these military age men to come into the country is there's definitely a plot, a scheme, a snare, a gin behind that. So continuing on.
I absolutely, in the depths of my soul, believe that they are fundamentally transforming America, and they're doing it from the illegal immigration system. They destroyed it, and what they're trying to do is make a nation of non-citizens versus citizens. And you say, well, that's the replacement theory. Yes, that's their words. And the pushback on that, well, I'm a white man, that's a very xenophobic thing to say. This has nothing to do with race or ethnicity. We have 180 nations out of 195 nations on the globe are in our arrest data. So get rid of all the racism and xenophobic things that you want to hurl at me. Just for example, how the replacement theory in December, the United States Border Patrol arrested 372,000 individuals, not the getaways, just the arrest data. They released 359,000 into America. America's native births in the month of December were 302,000. We were at a 57,000 deficit between illegal foreign nationals and American births. And we have seen that through the census data all the way through. So we are bringing in people by the millions, and our birth rates are dropping.
Right. So as the scripture say in Obadiah, matter of fact, let me grab it. Obadiah 1, let's go straight to the point. And 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. So small going into insignificant, but also their nation. Through all these different abortion laws, women's liberation, and telling the women that they need to go out and get a career and put off having a family and all these different things. Their numbers are dwindling, man. So everything that these devils have done, they've rolled a stone, and the stone is rolling back on them, man. They laid a trap, for Israel, the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but they're falling into their own trap. You shall reap what you sow. As they say, the chickens are coming, or the roosters are coming home to roost, roughly paraphrasing how they say that saying, man. So all these things are coming upon you, man, and it's going to continue to happen, man, because Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi said they require the things which are past, man. So the time of revealing is happening, the time of destruction, the time of your fall. Esau, Edom, so-called white people, man, and their kingdom, and we're seeing that happen in real time. Excuse me. All praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. Let's get back to the video.
This is the replacement. Chuck Schumer says it. Joe Biden has said it out loud. Obama has said it. We are witnessing the complete destruction of America. And to go from a farther view and go down, how hard, if you wanted to reset America, do you want to fight me and guys like me that believe in the Second Amendment, have firearms, understand the Constitution, understand the Bill of Rights, understand that what the United States of America is a republic? Or is it easier to control people that are illiterate in their own language? 50% of them are illiterate in their own language. 100% of them, or 90-some%, have like maybe a 6th grade education, no skills, and they're 100% dependent on the U.S. government to survive. Is it easier to control men like me or people like that? Oh. And it is. The answer is you can control them because they need you.
Because they need you. And what brothers be saying all the time, when it comes to these devils, it always goes down back to control. All right? They want to have one world currency. They want to have one world religion, one world government. They want to bring the population down to 500 million, right? Why? Because it will be easier to control. They want to put C-hips in people. They want to have cameras all over the place. Why? So they can control the people, right? And if the people need the government, then it will be easier to control them, because the people will not be able to survive unless they have the government on their side, right? Hence, when I could do another lesson, going into the food supply and everything, because, the whole fires that are happening over there in Texas. And then recently I just seen a video where they're talking about they just passed this new law that's going to come after the farmers, and the farmers have to track and trace everything. And so there's a lot of things that are in play, because as the scriptures say, Revelation 12:12, Revelation 12. It says, Revelation 12:12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, man. So all these things are happening very fast at the same time, because the devils know that their time is very short, man. So they have to push these things, very soon, man. So, and just to wrap it up, I have, where's it at? 2 other videos, right? And it's showing how they can start, enforcing these rules and implement new draconian measures and draconian laws, unrighteous decrees based on fear, right? So this is a way that it appears that these devils are using these migrants, to cause havoc in the streets. They're arresting them, for these crimes. They're fighting police and everything, and they're just letting them right out without even without bail, letting them right back out, and then maybe ship them over to another state so they can cause havoc and wreck over there, so that they can say, we need troops on the streets, we need martial law, we need lockdowns, right? We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. We can see that where this is going. Problem, reaction, solution, right? So let's watch these 2 videos real quick. So this says from Fox 5 New York, National Guard to conduct bag searches in NYC subway system.
With the new Domino's Rewards, you earn free Domino's after every 2 orders. It's as easy as 1, 2, free.
What do steaks, hotels, and vacuums all have in common?
Governor Kathy Hochul offering her support to the city to help slow down violent crimes in the subway system.
This comes as yet another subway conductor is recovering after being attacked. Good day's Lizette Nunez. She is live at Columbus Circle with the latest. Lizette, what do we know?
Good morning, Dana Tashani. Well, the governor's plan includes adding members of the National Guard as well as state police inside the subway system. Now, she says that she really can't do this alone. She's also going to need the help from different district attorneys to ensure that repeat offenders are kept off the streets and the subway system. New images shows a person wanted after a conductor was hit in the face with a glass bottle. The latest attack taking place in the Bronx after Governor Hochul laid out her plan to crack down on crime in the subway system.
These brazen, heinous attacks on our subway system will not be tolerated.
The plan includes deploying nearly 1,000 National Guard members and state police to do random bag checks at some of the busiest subway stations. This on top of the more than 1,000 officers New York City added into the subway system after the month of January saw a shocking 46% increase in transit crime, while the month of February saw a more than 15% decrease.
Rattling off statistics saying things are getting better doesn't make you feel better, especially when you've just heard about someone being slashed in the throat or thrown onto a subway's tracks.
Critics are already questioning how effective random bag searches will be in reducing crime.
Well, realistically, there's over 1,000 subway entrances. Only a small number of them will have troops at them at any given time. People can refuse to be searched. People can find a different entrance. The likelihood of this actually preventing any crime is incredibly small.
Locals' plan also includes installing more cameras to protect subway conductors, as well as $20 million to allocate to more mental health outreach teams, plus vowing to go after repeat offenders, which the governor and mayor believe are responsible behind violent attacks in the subway system. And the governor...
Right, so, more cameras, more police presence, military presence on the street, right? To help, just like the the different movies that we see, like man, what's the movie that came out a few years ago during CV? Songbird. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Matter of fact, I'll grab that scripture in a minute. So all these prophecies are coming to fruition, man. And they're using, it appears, through the spirit that they're using this crisis as a way to implement all these things, man. Because the same thing happened with 9/11. They had to have a boogeyman. And through that, that FF, right, they were able to implement, I forget the name of it, I forget. But a lot more security, so now you can't just go to the airport without having to damn near get fucking naked and shit, man. So they want to implement this type of thing everywhere and have cameras surveilling you and facial recognition and ultimately, lead to the MO to the TV. Because just thinking about it through the spirit, with all these people that are coming in here, they're not being vetted, they're not being identified, they're not being, monitored, right? Now they're just in the midst of the regular citizens, right? The citizens that have already been living here, that have that came in, that were born here, what have you, but that got their citizenship. Now they're just out here, out and about in society. So when violence and chaos ensues all across the country, they're going to come with problem, reaction, solution. I believe through the spirit they're going to come with the that MO to the TV in order to save the country. So everybody needs to be tracked and traced and monitored, because we have all these criminals running around and we don't know who's who and blah, blah. So we'll see. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Let's see. That's pretty much it. I don't need to play that video. That basically says the same thing. So let me get this last scripture and I'll wrap it up. This is what's coming. It says Salakia. 2nd Ezra 15, and I'll start at 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Because this is talking about modern day Egypt, Babylon. Babylon the Great, daughter of Babylon. Modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, man. It says, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground, talk about the farmers, shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail and with a fearful constellation. Talk about multiple droughts around the world, right? Different flooding in certain parts of the country, It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands, man. So as the video I played from the elder Amawan Gabar, that's an example of it. You got a bunch of Hamites just standing around, and what happens if the, they, like you said, get their marching orders, man. So you're going to have one people standing up and fighting against another with swords in their hands. The modern day sword is the gun, man. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their power, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power, right? So there's going to be lots of different militias, the Edomite militias. They're going to stand up against the government, against the governor, the mayor. They're not going to care what they have to say, and they're going to take the power into their own hands. They're gonna basically fight for their for what they believe in. And it says 17th verse, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man. So this is the time that we're coming into, man. The words of the Lord do not go out void, man. Jeremiah 30:6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, scared to death, looking like, like a woman in travail. As a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness, man. Fear. Terrible fear. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So we are indeed entering into that. But he, meaning the elect of the nation of Israel, shall be saved out of it, man. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, I just wanted to do in the news, migrant crisis could very well lead us into Jacob's trouble, and we're seeing the signs, right, as we speak, man. So, continue to stay prayed up, Israel, seek the Lord while he may be found. If you're still on the fence, you Israelites out there that may come across these brothers' videos, because perilous times are indeed coming. As the scriptures say, be circumspect, because the days, redeeming the time, because the days are evil, man. So we're indeed entering into some perilous times, So as the scriptures say, the names of the Lord are a strong tower. The righteous runs into it and are safe, man. So remember to, call on Yahawah and Yahawashi, man, and truly believe on those names, because that's going to be our only hedge of protection in these perilous times that are on the horizon. So that's pretty much it. I hope and pray that this lesson was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to thank Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi once again for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders, excuse me, of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutations, you brothers and sisters that are out to listen, learning, fighting this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing. We're almost out of here. And salutations, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity to all. I want to say shalom. I want to say a ball, Kwam Yasharala. Hey, shalom. To the next one.